Alrighty, good afternoon, fellow stagers. I hope you're well. Ross George here with my good friend Bryn Schofield.
Bryn, colleague and mentor, I think is the traditional introduction.
Yeah, sorry if you're getting an echo. We're in a very large office today.
Cabinet.
It is, it's a big office. I want an office like this one day.
I think the roof is too high, it makes me feel small.
It's a 20-foot high roof. We're in the house of Matt Morrow here, who's always helping us progress stage to the point of helping everybody make extra money. I think ultimately that's what most people are on stage for, is to make money online. I know for a fact that when I joined stage as an affiliate, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to grow my network marketing business. I wanted to capture leads and I wanted to generate traffic to various websites. But ultimately the end game is always about conversions. And, I think since we really started growing with Stage, we're probably 2 or 3 months deep into using the platform, and some people are starting to talk about conversions, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's something that is a real difficult one at the moment to kind of, just discuss, because the results that some people expect are inconsistent with what is standard on the internet. Now, one thing that I know for sure is that Stage gives people the ability to make money. There's no doubt about that. But the guarantees and the promises that Stage make is all about traffic. And then, Bryn and I were putting together a list of other things that that might contribute to the likelihood of you getting sales and conversions and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
So what I wanted to do today is just before we get onto the training, just for a couple of minutes, is just really talk briefly about conversions and tell you, because people are getting conversions. That's the thing. Without a doubt, Stage will do what it's told to do.
Yeah.
And Wes, for example, did $600 last Thursday, I think, in sales directly from one of his stages, and that's an incredible result. Now, what I want to do is just basically be able to kind of pull the reins a little bit in terms of patience, because firstly, as I said, it's a baby. Secondly, the platform itself is always going through various facelifts and stuff. And I have no doubt that a year down the line, people will be making money consistently with Staged. You just have to get to that point first with us. We're all on this journey together. So when Bryn and I were doing this list of things that could really positively impact, your conversion rate, we looked at what the sort of, the standard is, and we looked at Google, because, they're the internet giants right here. And basically Google, they record a 2% click-through rate, okay? Now, a 2% click-through rate for banners, ads, widgets, whatever it might be. Let's say, for example, you have, 20,000 social media followers on Twitter. I'm going to be terrible at maths here, but I think off the top of my head, that would be 400 click-throughs. Something, it's there or thereabouts. So let's say that you have 400 click-throughs. They're people that are engaged in some way by your banners, by your ads and stuff like that. Now, because of the nature of Staged and the fact that we can actually tailor the audience, so it's not just random people, these are people that hopefully are in some way interested in the content that's being posted. I'd like to think that we have a better rate than 2%. Don't know, but that's what, in time that data will uncover itself. But for now, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but if we take the industry standard of 2%, you have 400 people clicking through to whatever it might be. Now, those 400 people, not every one of them are going to be guaranteed buyers. Then you have to take a percentage of that. And eventually we will have this data. Now, talking personally, when I look at the Vima, because that's something I'm an affiliate for, when I look at the Vima page, it is such a poor conversion page. I think I've talked about it before. It's like an 8-step conversion before somebody would put their credit card details in.
It's a lot of clicks.
Yeah, and let me just show you this actually while we're online, is when I look at the Stage, so if I go to stage.com/Ross George, for example, I don't know why I was on capitals, but if you check this out, what I like to do is I like to send people the closest possible to putting their credit card details in. With a lot of these MLM websites, they lose the tracking somewhere in between, and therefore you lose the prospect. In this case, this here may not be a good enough link. But what I love is we can actually just hit the sign up. So anyone that is promoting staged, take them as far along the process as you possibly can. In this case, we can just put this link here to our banners, and this is actually the page where they would put in their billing details, credit card details, and so on. Stuff like that is going to help improve your rate of conversion. But to go back to the list, Bryn, would you maybe talk about, we've put a list, I think, of 6 things off the top of our head that we thought. So firstly, we put number of social media followers. So these are the variables to consider when analyzing your sales performance or your click-through rate. Number 1 is the number of social media followers that you have. So just talk about that briefly for a second, Bryn.
So, I mean, I think Ross made a really valuable post, might have been a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, where he sort of intimated that until you have 10,000 followers, thinking about conversions is sort of the last thing you want to do, because it's going to place unrealistic expectations upon yourself and then also upon your campaigns. So the number of followers is obviously a huge variable, because the more people you have following you and readily engaging and looking at your content, the more click-throughs you're going to get.
Yeah, so basically the deeper pool you have, the more engagement, and therefore the more conversion.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't even be thinking about that until with a 2% rate, you've got to. Oh, there you go. Dan says, "Bryn, get a little bit closer to the mic." Hang tight. Maybe I'll turn the mic up a little bit.
He's got it very close to his mouth, Dan, and he's trying to cut me out of the picture.
Would I ever do that?
Really?
So yeah, the deeper the following that you have, obviously the more likelihood it is that you're going to get an end game conversion, okay? Yeah. The second one that I talk about is the demographic of social media followers. Is like, if you've been building a list of people that are interested in the niche, interested in the campaign that you're going to be promoting, stuff like that, the engagement is going to be higher, and therefore the conversion likelihood is going to be higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another one. So we've got the number of social media followers and the demographic. The relevance of your social targeting. Are you posting relevant videos, or should I say, is the stage bot posting relevant videos that would increase the likelihood of that engagement? Hopefully.
Yeah.
And then something that I'm really lazy on, and this is, let me just show you here my Gmail. I always like to show this because it's a good demonstration of what extra people could be doing. And this is something that I have to take full responsibility for. I go to my Gmail and I have, look, here we go, 1 minute ago or whatever, I have a direct message on Twitter. I have people following me. I have another direct message. I'm getting mentioned. Things are getting favorited and retweeted. This is real people, live engagement. What am I doing about it? Hand on heart, nothing. Which is not enough, by the way. So my question is like, if you really are concerned and you're worrying about just getting a lead from a lead form, well, no, this is social media. This is all about interaction. Take a look at your Gmail. Take a look at your Twitter accounts. What more can you do to develop that relationship and therefore increase the likelihood of that conversion? Yeah. That's something that's really important here. So follow up and personal engagement, that's another one. Finally, no, not finally, we've got 2 more. 2 left. What are the quality of offers and banners that you have? What is it? Do they look good? Are your images engaging? Just an image is not enough a lot of the time.
Yeah.
If you look at the highest quality banners, they often lead to some sort of intrigue, or they encourage you to go through to the next place.
It's almost like a visual call to action.
It is. It is, and the whole the whole idea behind it is that you want to get people to click through. Now, when I started to look at the best performing banner ads, what they also do is, like, the banner ad that you'll see on the campaign or on the website or wherever it is, wherever that leads to, there's some sort of design consistency there. Yeah. So people land on the page and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense that it came from that banner. You know what I mean? So there's all these sorts of things that you can, oh, the sound cut off. Did it?
If anyone else's sound cut off, or if people are still able to hear, can you just shout out now in the message box? Like Hayden, for example, can you still hear us? Or Dan?
Mine is fine. Viewer 4, you have a faulty computer of some form. Okay, cool. So you can hear. That's great. Thanks a lot. Okay, so viewer 4, hopefully you can come back to us. Everyone's like, yeah, we could hear you, cool. So yeah, have some level of consistency from the image and where you actually send people, and I'll show you that in a minute working in a really nice way. And finally, the aesthetic feel of the campaign. Yeah, cool. How does it look? You know, how does it? Is it pretty? Would Apple be proud of it? And I'm not saying that you have to be, you know, like Steve Jobs in order to do this. I'm just saying
metallic minimalism.
There has to be something that people feel comfortable on your page.
It's got to be pleasant to look at.
Yeah.
Like for them to engage with everything on it.
However, you know, having said all of that, the one thing that is absolutely consistent with Staged is that it drives traffic.
Yeah.
It drives traffic to wherever you want it to go. You know, we see people with 20,000 stage views, and that is all organic, ultra-targeted traffic. I'm just like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You know. And then I always say to people, how are your campaigns performing online elsewhere? And, you know, my feeling is that Staged is always going to kick ass. You know, it just is. That's just how good this platform is.
It's the best thing I've ever seen to guarantee traffic to
Yeah.
a page. Like, there's nothing else out there short of paying Google
exactly.
$1,000 to get to the top of their list. You know?
Exactly. So, guys, I just wanted to briefly talk about that. The aim of the game right now is build a high-quality following and have patience. Your campaigns is something that can be worked on over time, you know, but always look to improve them, always make sure that those 6 points that we just talked about, and by the way, I'll post those points in the Stage user group just to refresh your memory. But yeah, what I'm saying here is, like, you know, there's a lot that you can do and a lot to take responsibility for. You know, Stage can only do so much of the work.
It's your Stage account at the end of the day, and through extension, they're your Twitter account, so
exactly.
Take a hold of them, you know?
Cool. Alrighty, guys. Well, I rambled on for 12 minutes about that, and like I said, I'll post it in. The quick tip of the day, you know, on this advanced training, hopefully this isn't going to be too intimidating, is I want to show you guys how to almost like strip search a website for the image that you want. You know, if you wanted to create a banner and you can't get a hold of it on the website, or the screenshot wouldn't work for whatever reason, I want to show you how to actually take images directly from a website. And again, we're recording this, so you'll have the video up later. But let me show you a quick example. I received an email from an affiliate company that I'm associated with called Clientivity. So I'm going to take you there. And basically, they have these really beautiful Vegas images. If you look at the website here, this is where we are. And these scroll through. You know, these are live images. And I was like, man, I want those images. And I was like, okay, what do I usually do to save an image? What I would do is just right mouse click and I'd save the picture. Okay, in this case, it wouldn't let me. And the reason that it won't let you is that this is actually a flash, like a mechanism, So I can't just save the image. So I was like, okay, I need that image. Where can I get it from? So what I did, and this is a little tool that I really like, is if you right mouse click on any page, and then you hit this thing down here, so it says inspect elements. What this is going to do is basically, this is pulling up all of the coding behind the page, right? Now, images famously are usually JPEGs or PNG files. So what I do is, in this area, I hit Control and F, okay? And I'll actually look, I'll just type in PNG or JPEG, okay? One of those two things. Now, in this case, you can see that it's found this image here, and it will actually preview it for you, okay? So all I've done is just Control and F and hit JPG. And now if I double click here, okay, automatically it shows me this website, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit copy, and I'm going to put this up here, and I'm going to paste it. And the image basically is there online. And from here, I can actually save it. Okay, so you can actually save the image there and take these really high quality images from these websites and incorporate them into your Stage profile. Another example, by the way, is like on Stages themselves. Like, let's say that you were looking at the my.stage.com/latest. This is a live feed of all of the latest stages going out. Let's say that we click on this one here, get ready with me for date night. Okay, this is a stage now, and let's say I love this background. It's cool, it's fashionable, it's in keeping with what I want to do. Can I right mouse click and save it? No, I can't just save that image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect the element. Okay. And again, I'm going to be looking for the image. In this case, what you do, yeah, you can go to Google as well and look for the images, but I'm saying if you wanted specifically to look for the image that is right there.
So I'm going to take inspiration from a website.
Exactly. So in this case, here it looks like here it is. I'm just going to take this JPEG file, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it to here, to a new window. I'm going to just paste that there. What it's going to show me is the background, just the background that I wanted. So I like to, like I say, it's almost like strip searching a website for the stuff that you want. You can take anyone's campaign and just have the background.
Yeah.
Now what you can do is you can actually save it. We right mouse click and we save the image, and we can put that directly into Stage.
Yeah.
So you can put it in your image library and use that to play around with. I'll just show you one more example just to repeat the process. And any questions on this, let me know. So let's take a different campaign here. I'm going to close down. Oh, this would be the dream. This would be, ooh.
I don't know if they're ready for it.
They're not ready for it, okay. So here we go. This is my MMA campaign. A lot of you have seen this when I use demos. Again, if I right mouse click, it's not going to let me save the picture. So I'm going to inspect the element. In this case, what you're going to see is the background image. You can see it there. I'm going to double click. I'm going to take the JPEG in this case. I'm going to take it. I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to open up a new window up here. And I'm going to paste. And you're going to see the Anderson Silva background that
kicking that guy right in the face.
Right. I mean, that was a crazy fight. But there you go. So hopefully you get to see the inspect element. I am far from a coder. I cannot do any stuff like that. It just blows my mind. It's like a different language to me. Well, I guess it is actually different. Yeah. But what I've noticed is that if I play around with it enough, I can actually find the images. And that's actually how we, there's a supercharged network campaign that we did. Bryn and I, for Vima, for example, they built this system, and because of us being able to take the imagery and the backgrounds and all stuff like that, we just recreated it within Stage.
You can replicate it and apply it for your own use.
So I had a lot of fun playing around with this, and I just think it's a cool little feature. Hopefully you guys didn't get overwhelmed by the HTML stuff, because I know when I look at it, I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, like you said, we're recording it, so this video will be up somewhere on the internet.
Somewhere, yeah. All right, guys. So in the interest of keeping this nice and short and sweet on a Sunday afternoon, by the way, I also want to say that all of the Stage people are coming into Las Vegas this week, and I haven't even met a lot of them in person yet, so I cannot wait for that. And I'm excited to hear our visionary Hayden's ideas. So we have got undoubtedly a big week for the company. Have patience, work on your campaigns, work on your following, and just keep kicking ass out there with Stage.
Stay excited, stay contributing to the user group.
For sure.
We're in this together.
So guys, have a lovely Sunday evening. I wish you all the best. Anything you need from me, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I'm always there, and I will speak to you guys very soon. See you guys.
Bye.